to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play and a first pass for Murray. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Derek Barnes in on the stop. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Now Murray off play action. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play fake. Murray. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A first carry for Tyler Algier. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's Murray. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now the other side.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Huntley to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting to 7-0.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Romeo Okwara providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Huntley.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, break. Grab 50.
To throw, Huntley.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Huntley.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this past the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
That's out quickly to London.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Murray from midfield. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Murray again. That is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Shotgun now from Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Arnold Ebiketie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Huntley. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Looking to throw. Huntley. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 73 yards. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Touchdown! Austin Hooper. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7.
touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Throwing to start the drive.
Huntley.
Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Lions first down.
Ready?
On first down,
Huntley.
and he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back and 60, back and 60. Ready?
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Huntley.
Underneath to Allen.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
First down, Murray. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running the counter, Patterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Murray going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 29-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Murray to run again.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So no problems at all on that one. And virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out and to force the field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Huntley.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Levante David. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Operating from the gun. Huntley steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Patterson running between the tackles. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray over the middle. He gets it to Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, and sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a 1-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Play action. Now it's Murray. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Huntley to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Huntley.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense at this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Let's go now. 760. Ready.
Now Huntley. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Back to throw. Murray. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Huntley. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Falcons are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, some